let's turn our attention to the Ecomuseum. Just a gem, a jewel for all Montrealers. Of course, they've been shut down during the latest restrictions in red zones, but they've had a bit of a terrible situation happening this week. Foul play and dire consequences at the Ecomuseum. Kola the raven has disappeared from his aviary at the Ecomuseum Zoo following a break-in on Monday night. And of course, zoo officials there are fearing for Kola's life. With more on this, let's go to David Rodrigue, Executive Director of the Ecomuseum. David, how you doing?
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
So can you tell us what happened on Monday night, the night of Monday going into Tuesday?
Right. Well, from what we can see, somebody between Monday night and Tuesday morning broke into our premises, broke in through one of the gates using tools, and made single person, multiple persons. We can't tell at this point, but made their way to the aviary where Kola resides, and actually broke into, by damaging the primary barrier, but forcibly broke into the aviary, and so all of that is obviously very visible. And what we can't tell is what the motive was. The result is that Kola is gone. Is it somebody that took it? Somebody that did that just to quote unquote free the bird?
Now
we don't know.
But you have a whole bunch of hypotheses here. Can you go down what you think are the most likely scenarios here?
Well, there's three that, and that's what I was mentioning in my post this morning. But there's three that, if it's somebody that did that just for out of just malicious intent, that's very sad. And what I was saying is there's professional help. Please reach out if you need that for a fix. But I mean, there's the possibility that for some reason someone decided that they wanted a raven in their care at their home, which I have a hard time fathoming or explaining to myself. And it's not impossible either that somebody's hoping to send a message, whether you agree with that or not, and obviously we don't, but a message about animals in human care. And then there are activism groups that are against that, and I respect that. I really do. I just think that, like anything else in life, if you have something to say, please do see it. Have an educated discussion, but refrain from extremism acts like that, because there's very dire consequences for that bird right now.
Yes, let's talk about those dire consequences, because Kola the raven, we're with David Rodrigue, Executive Director of the Ecomuseum. Kola the raven is a special case here. It needs special care.
Well, he's a bird that came to us from a rehab center. So he was rehabilitated from several injuries and a broken wing, and has a permanent physical disabilities as a result of that. So he can't fly very well. Or not for long distances either. And he's also a bird that has several chronic conditions. So he's medicated on a daily basis. And we also need to use special approaches on how we prepare and offer the food to him, for him to just take the food. But all of that we have. I mean, he's been with us for 4 years. We have all of that in hand. He's a wonderful bird, and he's doing very well in our care. That's always the priority for us, is the well-being of the animals that are under our responsibility. Fact is, whatever the reason that motivated whoever did whatever they did, he can't survive.
Yeah, now,
if he was let out, he's dead by now. I can guarantee you that. And if somebody has them in their own, and I almost hope that's what it is, and like I said, just bring him back in our care. We won't judge you, but he does need the special care.
David, has anything like this ever happened at the Ecomuseum? You've mentioned that there are, certain people that are against keeping animals in captivity. Has this happened before?
No, that's never happened to us. And I think people know what we do, how we do it, why we do it, the reach and the impact that we have through our mission of education. And we do a lot of conservation work in the field as well with wildlife. And I mean, people know us, and no, it's never happened. We have the privilege of welcoming animals that can't be released to the wild, and give them the best life they can have, and they participate with us, so to speak, in our message is their message with the public. But no, that never happened to us, and I really hope it'll never happen again. It shouldn't happen anywhere, because, and I said that very bluntly this morning, but if that's the case, and I'm not saying it is, but if that's the case, if somebody trying to make a point about animals under human care, well, he or they are just a disgrace to their own message. I mean, it's just It's terrible.
You
They
say,
just killed that bird.
well, I mean, so that's the thing. You say you're fearful for the bird's life. You think that Kola is gone? That's what you believe?
Well, if he was released, so to speak,
Yeah.
he's not making it for sure.
Uh-huh.
There's no way.
Have you talked to police? What's the situation like? Is there any? Is there
Well, they
anything
were
happening
quite
there?
sensitive about that. I mean, they're quite shocked, and they're on board with us, both in the investigation and we have a lot of and I have to say, big shout out to both the Montreal police and the provincial police that are now involved, that are patrolling, looking around. We felt very considered in all that situation with them, and on our side, we've of course re-increased even more how many cameras we have around the site, so on and so forth.
So you have cameras. You have any video that may show what happened?
No, we don't. We do have cameras. We didn't. We do now. I'll say that. But we didn't have. It was very hard for us to have all of. It's a large outdoor site, so it's very hard to have everything covered. Now it is, I have to say.
In the case, David, where Kola is being kept by someone, that somebody took Kola because they wanted to have a raven in their home,
right,
or somewhere. What's the message you have this morning if they happen to be listening?
Well, at this point, it's about the bird. So, like I said this morning in writing, just bring it back. We're not going to judge the person. We just want to get him back in safe and well cared for. And I don't agree. But I don't care about the person at this point. We just want the bird to be okay. So, everything behind that is just not a concern at this point.
David, I know your institution is loved by many. I'm getting text messages from listeners saying how much they love the Ecomuseum. So, listen, David, I hope Kola the raven finds his way back home.
Thank you very much. We hope so, too.
That's David Rodrigue, Executive Director of the Ecomuseum Zoo.